Hey everybody, welcome once again to Tinker, Tailor, Solder, Fry, the Let's Try program here on the mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. I'm Ian Horner, and I am your host and guide through this whatever it is we do here. Hey Yomidan, thanks for that subscription. Happy to have you here on the show. It seems like we've been hitting this button for years. For 4 years. 4 years. Whew, that's a lot. Anyway, hi. Yeah, it's April Fool's Day, and I thought rather than try and do something, jokey on you, I figured I'd just take the very concept of this program and turn it on its head. And so instead of taking something that was broken and then fixing it, well, we're still taking something that was broken, something that I consider to be, just straight trash from the factory. We're gonna take this HP, I wanna say, oh god, 7525 printer scanner fax combo, and we're just gonna take it apart and harvest whatever parts that it might be useful to us from it. And I thought that might just be a fun thing to do. So without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Sadly, not a laser. Well, no, if it was a laser printer, I wouldn't be doing this. If it was a laser printer, I already had a laser printer I purchased from a thrift shop. But yeah. Yeah, these are basically garbage from the minute they come out of the factory to begin with, in my opinion. Laser printer, that's something special. But yeah, we should be able to get some interesting stuff out of here, I think. I think this has got a touchscreen on it. Regardless, let's swap cameras and get to the... Why is that happening? Camera, go home, you're drunk. There we go. That's the one we want. Well, now that you've had a good look at my home, let's continue. Let's continue on with this here. Modern printers don't use steppers. They use DC motors with optical encoders. Well, that's no fun. Well, I mean, we'll see what we get out of it. I don't know what we're going to get out of it, but let's start by disassembling the stuff that doesn't require a screw. I also have a box nearby to put the plastic trash in. Ooh, okay. Let's start by going around back. And we've got some things that I'm already excited for in future. What I'm not excited for is the level of filth that's on this thing. But we you open up this back end there and snap those pieces off, because apparently they can just do that. We got ourselves a nice straight metal bar, some wheels, and a good gear. I'm excited to get those out there. Also, we got a couple of little spring-based rollers here. I'm not going to mess with those too much, so we'll just toss those in the goodbye box. All right, let's have a look at the top here. That flaps open. That flaps open. Come on, give me something to unscrew here, or yank apart. Okay, so we'll have to start up top, I guess. Find every screw, chase every dream, remove every clip until you hit your dream. I'm willing to bet that there's something behind here and behind here. So let's start getting destructive, shall we? There's a good pry bar / screwdriver. Ooh. No, nothing under there. Well, that's disappointing. Just a button. Ooh, okay, we got a screw here. And we've got some spider webs in there. Yeah, this doesn't appear to come off easily. Some things we're just going to need to rip and tear, I think. But I'm not quite at the stage where I want to rip and tear yet. Aha, here we go. There's the hook. That takes care of that. How does this attach? Is it just hard? So we've got rollers in here. That's nifty stuff. Oh, you know what? I have no idea. All right, well, let's just unscrew things. What do we got here as a bit Jesus, that's not a bit I am familiar with. Let's bring the camera in. Right there. Bring it in. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, we can jigsaw it out, but I love, there's something I find quite pleasant about the act of dismantling things. What are you? Why are you? You're not a star bit, that's for certain. Are you a little hex? No, you're not a little hex. Well, I mean, if you are, that's too big for you. Let's try this size one. Okay, nope, I think these are torques, in which case these torques might be too small, and I might not have brought all the torques I need. Oops, okay, that's still too small. On to the larger size. Let's get in there. Yeah, the security ones have the pin. I do have a set to take care of those, but I'm not certain where they are right now. Okay, come on. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Whew. Tough, but fair. Okay, that's going to fit. Let's start removing. That's not the bit holder. You can't shove a bit into a... Can't shove a bit into a flathead screwdriver. We found that out today. All right, what does this disconnect for us? Not a whole hell of a lot. Well, oh, hey. Here's something that just clips. Yep. Let's see if we can't get some leverage under there. Just pop that clip. Ooh, ooh, exciting! A motor! And as Dark Morford said in the chat, yeah, we got optical encoders and just a DC motor, it looks like. Well, that's unfortunate. It's just something we'll have to deal with. Okay, let's start... Is this one big enough? Nope. We need the next size down for whatever we're doing here. So let's put that back. I want to get to the circuitry in here too, so that we can really have fun, but hey, lots of torque screws. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, I should bring you on my journey with me. Come on, twist and turn. There we go. Okay, there we are. Let's get all these out of there. Can't shake the feeling of your being upside down? Well, you might be. Okay. This is the sort of thing I used to do back in the day. As a child. Not just an inkjet printer. A inkjet printer with scanner sheet feeder. Well, I mean, much less of a sheet feeder now. Plastic, you go in the goodbye box. Screws. Screws, I'm just going to make a tray for the screws here that we can put everything in. That way we can... A, we can save the screws should we want them, and B, importantly, we can do a thing such that... No, that's not even a, that's just a gear. That gear is for, aha! This holds the paper guides on, I'm sure. Yep, okay, well that happened. Still don't know how to get this off yet. I have a feeling, you know what? I really just want to bust this top off because there doesn't seem to be anything exciting in this side. You know what the heck? Why not? Let's just do that. We don't often get a chance to do that. Punch the hinge pins. There's one. Ooh, wow, that's a big solid thread there. You know what? I think we're going to need to actually take it off from this side. Usually you go from the bottom when you do this sort of thing, don't we? Don't we? Well, there's a few parts that I'm actually really excited to get in here, because I think this is a touch screen, and if I can find out what the controller for that is, that might be extremely useful. Did you say this was a fax model? Hey, yeah, it is. Darkmorph 3.14.4 modem. It's also web-enabled and Wi-Fi enabled, I believe, so there's probably some form of a Wi-Fi chip we can, or sub-assembly that we can extract from here. The other thing I wanted to do about this, that completely slipped my mind, was that we are doing a good service. We're, while I am throwing some of this stuff away and salvaging some of it, we're actually separating the parts out so they can be more easily recyclable. Okay, just about got all the screws off the top part here. So that's a good sign. What does that do for me? Well, it loosens some things. Some things are obviously clipped in place. Yes, yes. Some things are glued. Let's just, continue on removing every screw we can see and find from every direction. And every combination. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes! Loud noises. Well, how do you know if you're using brush DC motors? You didn't pay me not to use brush DC motors, Jesus. Not good. Okay, so this is the paper cassette. There's not a lot interesting going on here, it seems, but you know what, let's take it apart anyway. Because we're gonna do the whole thing. Oh, Jaded Cynic, no, we're absolutely going to attempt to, that's what we're here to do, is reuse as many components as we can. Chassis and plastic are, unfortunately, some of the least usable for me, but screws are always handy, especially now that I'm doing more 3D printing. And, yeah. And separating out parts is also a good and important thing to do when you're recycling, because things don't always get recycled in the same way. There was another screw that I didn't notice. Womp womp. Manwich cannon. Unfortunately, I do not have the power to undo chemical reactions. So, no good there. Okay, big hunk of plastic, nothing special. Big hunk of plastic. This one slides back and forth and, oh, has a good spring on this end. Will that be... Well, you know what? We never know. One never knows when one needs a good spring. So how does one remove said? That is a one-time installation operation, I am certain. Okay. Snappy. That. Later on, another spring up here, similar style. But no, everything's made of plastic. Ugh. Sadness all around. What do we got under here? Is there anything under the label? Aha! Years of hacking have taught me to always look under things like labels and foot pads for screw holes. And that is not a screw hole. So, whoops. And underneath the pads, what do we got under there? Ooh, these are good thick pads. I might keep these if I can keep most of the adhesive on them. Yes. I like foot pads. Rubber pads are always handy for things that don't have them. And they're so expensive to buy, usually on their own, too. Do the pads look chewy? You bet they do. Those are good, good textured and, oh, we only got 2 of them? Cheaping out, HP. What's going on? Unfortunately, I also found out that my, the Paco soldering iron base has unfortunately left marks on my desk. Thanks, rubber. That does unfortunately happen oftentimes when you add wood and rubber to the same party. So, I feel like we've got everything off the... Oh! Sorry, my apologies. There are just no screws on the bottom. None! Not a one. Not a single solitary screw. And... well, at least this, I know... oh, this is an interesting connector here, you can see. It looks like it's, meant to hang on in an interesting manner. Come on. The ancient art of using a flathead screwdriver as a spudger. It's a long and proud history. There we go. Hey, first real usable part. Goodbye. And plastic clips, no longer my friends. Ooh, Spring Friend. Let's take Spring Friend out. Spring Friend doesn't want to come out nice and easily. Spring Friend has now been freed from its prison. Okay, what's holding this on now? Ah, pushing to the side. Excellent. Gears. No long dowels, though. Just a bunch of these spring-based wheels here. I wonder if those are worth... oh, well, those just pop out. You know what? I'm going to keep those, because those seem to be pretty useful in future. So they're nice, smooth rollers there, and the spring bearings are kind of nifty. While we're in here, we might as well just pop these metal ends off the cap, and then I'll go find that later, or I'll let the Roomba find it. And then it's just plastic that gets to go to landfill. But gears are always cool. Let's keep gears. Okay, now we're making progress here. We've exposed interior parts and also spider webs, so that's always pleasant. Let's just send some of these cobwebs to the garbage dimension as well. Okie dokie. Ah! Exposed screws on the back. Here. Come out. Stop being screwed. Oh, ew. Ew, ew, ew. Guess who found a carcass of something? Pillbug? Probably a pillbug. You probably can't see that. You probably don't want to see that. Okay. I'm thinking. Okay, so this still doesn't want to come off the top yet. So let's look inside. That's not going to help me at all. Oh, friends. I'm feeling the bane of everyone, of the repair movement. Can you hear that? That's the sound of glue. Hate, hate, hate glue. But now it's coming apart. Yep, glue and tabs. Glue and tabs do not a happy Ian make. Oh. Okay. Yep. Aha! Aha! More unexposed screws behind the thing. Hold on. You're coming with me, chat. Just gotta get you nice and centered. Or not centered, but at least viewable. Boop. Go. Bring back the iOS camera. There we go. No. Do this. There we go. Okay, light. Come with me. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Unscrew that. Fine. Heat gun time. Oh, worker spine. We might end up hitting the heat gun later on, but for now, we're just gonna... Once we get to the chips, I think right now we're just gonna rely on brute force to get us through any glue we encounter. Okay. So how do I get this off now? Well, oh, that just lifts now. Great, good, perfect. What's in the way of it coming off now? It's just more glue? Is it meant to lift and separate? Is there anything hiding behind this nice white scan? I'll bet there is. But if I can preserve as much of this as possible, this will make a nice white sheet for setting white balance later. Let's jump off iOS camera again. Hey, there we go. Bunch of tape on the back of that, but nice clean thing. Let's put that tape side up. And now I bet we can get at some screws. Now I bet we can... Maybe? More not? Aha! That's how it happens. It just separate again, it's just clipped in on the back here. Except for this clip, which... Wow, this is a weird one. It's three-sided. Like it's a corner piece. You can shove a couple slots of paper in that corner there. Huh. Nope. Coolio. I am not too concerned about this ribbon cable here. So maybe we just snip that for ease of removal? I think we do. I think we do. Or not, just in case. Yeah, sorry. I keep flip-flopping on this, but I feel it's important to... Okay, that was an actual crack break. Nothing we can do there, but we are saving... What did he say? We were saving gears? Gears. Ooh, springs. Rollers, tiny gears. Oh, the cornucopia of force transmission. Oh, okay. I might actually just put this by itself because these are ratcheting. You can spin them back one way and then spin them that way, spin that way. Yeah, that's actually an assembly that's kind of useful. I might just hold on to that. And then let's just take those gears and stick them in our screw gearbox. Hey, I found a couple more screws. Let's finish it up. Do it right. Full disassembly. For fun. You know, for kids. Okay. Sorry, I just really do like that line from the Hudsucker proxy. You know, for kids. That's 4 more screws. 5 more screws, because that's a small one. Good thing I've got the 2 different torque sizes in there. Man, HP certainly does not skimp the budget when it comes to screws. Again, you won't find many bigger Torx advocates than me, or at least Torx defenders. There we go. That piece is done. This piece is also now only fit together by pressure and plastic, so that is done. Huh. The Lego gears look and sound more expensive. I like the sound most there. Okay, now we've got some very tiny Torx, which I'm excited to rip into. Garbage. Let's pull this over to the side here. Get my tools all in a row so I can get at them when necessary. Torxies go here. Tiny Torxies. Let's bring you around here. Whoop. For some fun. In the sun. Everything's in the sun. God, it's bright. Come on. Aha, there we go. And focus on that part, please. Go. And then bring you along for the show. God, let's bring this over here. There we go. All right. Shine the camera on. Pull you out a bit. Actually, just bring you up here. There we go. That seems more akin to what we want to do. Tiny little screws. Oh. This is a good idea of the iPhone, but maybe not always so good in practice. But yeah, we're going to get ourselves a motor. I do want to, again, point out that Dark Morpher called the hell out of that shot, because as you can see back here, there's a little rotary encoder. That tells you how many spins the motor has, and there's the sensor. So it's got everything it needs to continue to encode rotarily, but we'll be able to save it. Dragonite streams, I am a little surprised too. I mean, once you get to this point, and honestly, given the amount of whinging that I hear every time I encounter a Torx screw on this program. You'd think it'd be just as bad. No, do not, no junk for anyone. There we go. That's what we want. Good enough. Jaded Cynic, me listens to the sound of several people Googling serial numbers. I mean, that's going to happen later. Oh, later on in the program when we start looking at part numbers. And I believe that you were referring to the part number on that that motor, so that we can all know what the motor is. I was expecting us to get into that when we got to the chip desoldering portion of the show, but yeah, Husk, I am absolutely not holding out hope to be able to use all of these screws, but I did get to go back to my bag of salvage, or my tiny box of salvage, because I allow myself to have a tiny box. And I was able to find enough screws to get my my button box for the car sims finished. There we go. More tiny screws here. Hold on, what am I doing here? I recharged this thing for a reason. Let's get electric, folks. Just call me Bob Dylan. Post House of the Rising Sun. So apparently that's what actually caused him to make the switch. He heard House of the Rising Sun on the radio as he was driving his car, had to pull the car over, and listen to the rest of the song, got out, and then just started beating his fists on the hood because it sounded so good. This is the future. And he was right. It's not the only type of music, but it was certainly where popular music was heading. Ooh, there we go. Plastic clip released, goes away. And we get access to a ribbon cable here soon. Soon, not yet, but soon. And for the rest of our lives. It actually feels like it's almost ready to come out. There's only something holding it in, and I think that thing might be clips. Aha! Clips, yes. Here and here. Let's... Yeah? Connected. Yes, thank you. Let's declip. Come on. Is it ready to declip? Oh yeah, it's ready to declip. Or not. Oh, cool. The ribbon cable came out nice and neatly. Great. Let's bring you guys back to the big overhead. Yes, the spudger that is the flathead screwdriver, because that's all flathead screwdrivers are good for. IMO. But we've already had this discussion, I'm certain. Wait a minute, is that another screw hole? That is not a tiny... Wait, is it? I don't think it is. I think that's just a nubbin, which is fine with me. Alright, how to spudge this open? And I'm not missing any screws, am I? I don't think so. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just, well, when in doubt, force. Sometimes force works. Okay, interesting stuff inside. Not this part, though. This is all plastic and a wee bit of rubber. Into the hole you go. Here we go. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. So I think, oop, more plastic. Let's just get rid of all the plastic here. Plastic. Here comes the motor assembly. Yes. Ooh, it's a worm drive. I'm going to keep this intact then, because that might give us the ability to turn things, you know, as one worm drive does. How did that go on again? Aha, this way. Thusly. And there's the pin. Aha, figured it out. Okay, so let's keep this motor assembly mostly together here. And then let's just feed the wires through these clips until we find whatever these sensors are. Thanks for passing these wires underneath, or no, through, you madmen! Through these clips and metal brush heads. Why? Why through? What were you thinking? We got another screw to undo there, so let's get it out. Okay, there we go. Tiny torques. And now we get our second rod. You never, like, you never have rod when you need it. That's the thing. I'm going to use that to cut some threads in to replace my 70s based, my 70s poangs. No. If this is what I think it is, I'm going to be so angry. This is an antenna. That's what this is. I've seen these before, and they're dumb, but they work. Like, are these? Did it cut through the plastic? Can't have. Yeah, that's a Wi-Fi or some sort of wireless antenna. And these appear to just be optical or some form of sensor pass-through. Handy. I'll probably find a way to... Oh, good God, the gear assembly is coming apart, and I don't want it to do that, because if it does, I'll probably never get it back together again. Oh boy. You know what? Let's just put that to the side. So now we've got some interesting stuff going on here. Actually, you know what? Let's have a look at those sensors, see if there's any identifying marks for people. Sadly, not on the plastic portion itself. Although, and this is interesting. Come with me, friends, and let's have a look at what's inside. See, it's probably just an LED and a photo diode or some alike, but wait, I should probably twist that there for you. Is that upside down? It might be upside down. There we go. That's supposed to be readable there. Yeah, it says 1243 on it, so that's a good time. All right. Let's pull out again. I need to make a hotkey for that, or better yet, a foot pedal. So I guess if the PCB is part of the part number, that we might be able to find out some information. Anyway, more rollers. I always enjoy rollers, like I said. And gears. Might as well keep all the gears too, actually. So I have an idea for what to use those for in future. Springs, let's just extract those just so that we can say that we've got all the metal out of this part. Springs, metal brushes. Springs keep, metal clips go away, but into a different box. A box that I will establish later. Okay, now we've got the lid off, and hey, there we go. There's the ribbon cable for the screen. Come with me, friends. Inside the printer. So as you can see, or no, you can't see that because that's the wrong side of the camera. There we go. Now it's on the right side. Boop. We've got our ribbon cable that goes up to a connector, so we can, I believe, flip that open with our trusty dusty spudger and hopefully pull that out. No, that doesn't appear to be that kind. It just pulls. It just pulls. Oh, everything's going so much weller now. Yeah, it looks like it has a retaining clip, but it's one we'll be able to get at easier now that we've freed this. Okay. Most importantly, though, let's get this screen off of its housing. What was that? It was unimportant and also invisible. So, no harm, no foul. Its hinge. Haha. So just pop this out like that. It should free itself. Fantastic. Let's get into that in just a second here, once we finish this top bit. So we got a couple more springs. We should free those for our purposes later on in life. Springs, join me in a state of ecstasy outside of the printer which you currently inhabit. There we go. Spring and spring, because you never know when you're gonna need springs. Cool. Next up, some glass, which, again, you never know when you're gonna need glass. So that's nice, rounded edges there. No one's gonna hurt themselves on that. And then this one should just pop out as well pretty easily. There we go. That's the open side. And now we can just slowly but surely peel the rest off. And if I'm lucky, this might be close to the right size for a 3D printing bed. Either way, just having a nice sheet of good heavy glass too, because I think this might be borosilicate based on A, the color, and B, what it came from. You generally want something heavy because people tend to push on scanners for no good reason. And this appears to just be a good calibration strip, so we'll keep it too. pin case. This thing, aside from the rod, which is in the hinge, the rod up top here, and the springs, well, let's get to disassembling. Spring first. Spring, weep boop, all springs. Okay. Get these little rollers out. Again, because good rollers, good spring bearings. Come on. Just a little bit magnetic. Just a wee bit magnetic. How do we get you out? Okay, the roller pops out this side. Again, we're just going to need to... Wait. Aha! The roller comes out that way. Springs come out the bottom. Good, good. Springs obtained. Next, oh yeah, one more spring over here. Spring obtained. How do we get you out of there? We just pull, I guess. Yep. There we go. And roller and spring bearing. Roller and spring. We are now moving pretty quickly, folks. How does this come out? Was this a one-time assembly? Oh, it might have been. I'm guessing this hole here, or this little dot, can be made into a hole because it's right at the edge of where that roller is. And it feels like it comes out. Or not. Maybe? Aha! Through the power of force, I have pushed the plastic plug out. And now this metal bar should... Aha, now we've removed this clip. Now the metal bar should... rod. Need a good rod. This, my friends, is almost a metal-less enclosure. In fact, this part now just looks like it snaps out. Great. That is a piece of plastic. Oh, this has a mighty spring in it. And I might just keep this as its own part, because that's a good, solid, springy hinge. Also, I don't want that spring firing directly at my face. And that is a metal-less hunk o' plastic. Congratulations, me. We're getting there! This is exciting. I hope you're all having fun with this. I'm certainly having fun. It needs a couple olives. All right. Here is where the fun stuff is. And by fun stuff, I mean a lot of it, too. Okay, this screw and a spring. Start with that. Juliamon, I'm sure you have plenty of things that you can disassemble. Just make sure to do it in such a way that you can put it back together if you want to save it. I don't have that Unluxury? Unluxury. Yeah, we'll call it that. Hey, you can't see this, but I can. I'm just going to show it to you once it pops out. It has this tiny ring washer holding it on, and that's still there. And then I think this thing just pops out. Almost pops out. This is another one of those one-time assemblies. Actually, you know what? Let me bring the iPhone in here and let you have a look at it again. Whoop. All right, come on, come on. You can do it. What I need is a floating one of these, like a drone, a silent drone. Silent drone, silent drone. Ah, wow. You really don't care about me singing old Gundam songs, do you? That's what's keeping us from extracting it. So let's remove that with these. Dot almost gone. Dot gone. Enough. Now we just bend this back and lift. Come on. Come on. Urgh. Okay, you know what? Spudger time. Okay. Am I doing this incorrectly? I don't think that I am. Wait a minute. Nope, everything I'm doing is correct. It's just plastic is terrible. So instead, let's make this easier on ourselves. Come on. This plastic does not want to die. There we go. Then it just lifts out. Easy. Okay. What do we got here? We have ourselves, again, 1242. The time has changed. We can disconnect that ribbon cable. And what do we got on the other side here? We have a button. A pretty ugly looking button, actually, too. There's a lot of heat that went through there. And two LEDs that are surface mounted on the back of the circuit board because across a hole. Because some people like to watch the world burn. Hey, sorry, I had the wrong camera on there. We got LED 1, LED 2, and then button. Jesus, HP, it's a big-ass board for what you got there. I would have run some wire. If it were me, I would have just run the wires. Okay. Okay, I think this is an easy bit. Hey, Love it when equipment just tries to launch shit in your face, right? I am okay. Nothing hit me. That was just, jump scare. You piece of thrift store garbage. Why you gotta do me like that? Okay, let's pull this cable out. Is it just taped there? It's taped there. And it continues to go around the corner and then through the bottom. All right. And then we've got, this is our ribbon cable for the screen, I want to say. Probably give a little bit more effort into extracting it without held in with a clamp against this really cool ferrite core for ribbon cable. That's super nifty. I hope I didn't cause any damage to the cable, but the cable appears to be pretty well, not simple, but intact. That's the important thing. Ooh, sweet! We get another ferrite, flat ferrite bead right here. I think this one attached to... this one attached to the button and LEDs, because you know that you really want to make sure that you're suppressing external RF patterns on your LEDs and your buttons. Hey folks, we're at the top of the hour, which means it's time for us to take a short break. I'm going to get up, swap my fluids. You are going to go home and do the same, unless you already are home, in which case you are going to be home and do the same. And then we're going to get back to tearing this printer apart in just a few minutes with more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry. Do not go away. Folks, we are back with more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry here on the Mighty Loading Ready Run Video Entertainment Network. My name's Ian, I'm your host, and we're currently going through, and by going through, I mean literally going through, and harvesting parts from an HP PhotoSmart 2575, I believe was the mark written on the 7525, right there on the front of the bezel. Just won't stay in the box. Okay, we need to deal with this this old flippy boy here before it punches me directly in the face in a method that I am not prepared for. So let's do that. Is there any indication here? Aha! Okay, so I can just, I think, slide these up, spudge style? No? No? Alright, let's have a look underneath. So it doesn't want to open any farther than that, which tells me that, yeah, this needs to be pulled away. Boy, oh boy. What's getting in the way of that happening? Okay, one side's coming. Let's get a screwdriver in there to hold it in place. We get the other side moving. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. Bigger spudger necessary. Hey, we got in there, and it's starting to come apart. Kind of. Appears to have become partway stuck. Probably... Why would it do that? Why would it allow it to come forward just a bit and not the whole way? I should actually deal with the scanner assembly here too. By the way, we've got the imaging assembly. Let's not forget about that. It's got a big old serial number on it. And CA4B25 Rev A0. Don't know if that's going to give anyone any important information, but there we are. Let's just remove this other ribbon cable here. Whoop. that frees that up, and yet more of these ferrite cores. Holy moly. That was a split cable. Part way down. What do we get in here? We get a... We got another motor. This, again, with another screw drive and another set of gears. But again, it's got the optical encoder on the back. Cheap out. All right, let's set that over with other components that might be interesting. That might be fun to do something with. Let's find out what we can do with it, though. Okay, why are you not now coming out? Do you need to be furtherly spudged on both ends? Is that what it is? Or are you just stuck now? It might just not come out anymore. In which case... Oh. No? What's the method of your madness? Oh, wait a second. The sheer amount of dust in this thing is just ridiculous and unpleasant. I figured it out. Let's bring you around here to iPhone Town. You know what? Let me see if I can get this correctly. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Come with me, and you'll see. The world of pure imagination. Flip vertically, and you will see. This clip came off of here. And so we're going to do that again on this side. Right there. I don't know how. I think I just ended up... Okay, so that goes down there like that. Ah, yeah. So I just need to jam a screwdriver up here and kind of push down on that tab and wiggle it around until that pops outish. Until that pops outish. God, this is the worst thing. The absolute worst thing. Okay, so this goes up. Aha, yep, there's one. And then this just jams out. And you probably do it without breaking anything. But then, let's be careful of these ribbon cables here. It's just going to come up like that. That's like... Oh, you poor ribbon cables. How are you connected? Why are you so folded? What's your deal? Okay, let's just hope we don't ruin everything here. Oh God. And then those can safely pass through the gate of unpleasantness there. Oh hey, I was upside down the whole time. That's not what I wanted. Let's fix that. Whoop. Flip the vertical. That's not vertical. Flip the horizontal, I guess. Hey! Now we're on the right side. Pull that through there. And this is plastic trash. Well, it does have a front edge, which I guess we could pull off if we wanted to. Further. It's fancy. It's garbage. All right, let's continue on as we were. Oh, now we're into the printer portion. We've got two of the very large springy boys, which I want to use for something. Hold on. This is what's known as a bad idea. But let's see here. Gear. Ready? It didn't hit the wall, and I don't know where it went, but hold on. I'm not only going to do this just once, but let's do, let's see here. You know what, another gear is fine. White gear. Oops, I pushed the wrong button there. Okay. Let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. That hit the tripod. Wow! Wow! Welcome to the highlight reel. Okay. Before we get too distracted, let's continue on, folks, shall we? Woo! Yeah, no, I need to run the Roomba. Corey will be home before the Roomba gets to run. I forgot to run it earlier today, so that makes me sad. Hey, folks, you realize we can call www.hp.com/support for for help in what we're doing? Lol. Oh, wait, do I have the correct Torx for my screwdriver? Yes, we can call the URL. Shut up, I know what I said. And I stand by it. Did these go in? That one's the right size. Perfect. Well, then we'll put that to the side for the moment. And enjoy the magic of electronic screwdriver. I charged it for a reason. Ooh. Ooh, that's still a bit tight for the screwdriver, but so now we're getting into it. That one just is done. Good job, me. Oh, the ink. Yep, there's ink in here, or at least there are ink cartridges in here. And whether or not the ink is here or not is independent of whether or not HP decides if there is ink that is usable in here. I think we may have gone past the point of returns on those, so I'm not too worried. God, that's a lot of ribbon material. I am now convincing myself that printers are, quite frankly, the worst piece of consumer computer-related technology environmentally. Just looking at the amount of plastic and disposability and non-repairability, this is just a pile of crap. Yep, there was a clip under there. All right, let's unfold these and get ready for another round of unpleasantly slipping ribbon cables through a light hole. Oh, well, at least we get a... That's not broken. That was just like that for some reason. Oh, wait. I've covered over my hole in my garbage box. There was a lot of printer here, folks. Oh, oh, we got something. We got a sensor. It's again another one of those standard just tripwires, but it's still good. And it's on a Molex connector. Okay. So let's just yank that out there. Nice. Okay. I finally have a part number for all you part number fiends out there. This is the infamous. No, this is a CR1. Or this is a 1233. The part number is Q829-60955B. That is the HP part number. The number on the actual sensor itself, get ready for this, 29JN. So hopefully that'll give you some information about what we're actually looking at here. 29JN. Oh, wow. They still have the setup cartridge installed, which means that they never actually changed out all of their ink cartridges. I think, I don't know. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I hate everything about the ink cartridge business. And it makes me sad. Oh, no, they went to Got Ink and got themselves some third-party ink. So wasteful. Such entirely complete bullshit. And just bad. Just bad. Laser printers at least just live forever. Oh my god. I found some whimsy. I found the smallest amount of whimsy here, and I'm going to share it with you in just a second. Here we go. Boop. Engage whimsy! Friends, we have a tiny happy pair of faces here on what I'm guessing is probably a optically encoded, just based on the fact that between here and here you can see a difference in brown. So I'm guessing this is probably a tape that again, they're not using stepper motors, they're just using some form of an optical sensor to decide where the print head is. God damn it. This is the worst printer ever. That moves back and forth like that. Well, let's just take this off, the band, first. Let's see if I can get that off without damaging it. Because that would be nice. Oh, yeah. Ah, fuck. Ah, the two states of Tinker Tailor Solder Fry. Oh, yeah. Ah, fuck. Oh. Why, hello there. Tiny lines along the tape. Yes, there are actually lines on there. That's super cool. So yeah, it is absolutely a linear encoder. Not a rotary encoder, but a linear one. Oops. Oh, here's the print bullshit. This is, I guess, the head. It's wide. I hate it. And I got ink on me. Immediately jams thumb and mouth. Go away. Never darken my presence again. Alright, what's the easiest way to get this out of here? Probably not with the springs on. Let's continue to remove things. I think this, just based on what I'm looking at here, well, release the wire. Friends, we have a tiny speaker, I guess, for the modem function, but that's That's nice. 16 ohms, 0.2 watts. The speaker. You never know when you're going to need a speaker. And if you do need a speaker, you certainly don't want to spend $2 to $5 on a speaker. Okay, let's see here. Where's the next step of removal of thing? But now we're at, oh, okay, now the sides come off. Cool, I'm liking this. One side. If I was at all attempting to recreate or fix this printer or make it work, I would probably spend a little more time worrying about the clips on this. I am not worried about the clips on this at all. Excuse me. Hey! Free Molex connector wire with more little ferrite ferrules. Oh, good, good. We are coming to the motherboard section, and we can get rid of some of the ribbon cables. So I figured out how that ribbon cable comes out. It plugs the monitor, or the touchscreen appears to plug directly into the motherboard down here. Let me just show you that. Down in that area. Get another ferrite thing. And I think we can just get all of these. What are there? Hold on, I'm going to stand up and have a look. Oh yeah, there's tape on the way. Let's get the tape off. Ferrite. I'm loving these ferrite rings. Okay, that's the second ribbon connector out of the way. Third ribbon connector, again, plugging directly into the Mobo. Easily released, and that's our ribbon cables, friends. Freedom! I mean, there's one more here. Hold on. Allow me to freedom it as well. Ooh, hey, we have first blood. We have first blood on the stream. Ribbon cables, free. And free to be you and me. We wanted to get these out. How are those attached? Ooh, these are... Oh, they just pull out. Oh, wow. I can just use these to launch things then. Yup. Oh, no. Oh, no. Goodbye, gear. Oops. Yeah. Goodbye, gear. That's too much fun. I need to figure out something to do with these, or some way to make these work for me in a way that I want them to. Can't exactly put them on cabinets, because then they're just like, you don't want to fire a cabinet out at someone's face. Bad juju right there. Ew. Corey brought me an onion. I asked for the onion, but Corey brought me an onion. We're going to use that for potato? Pasta sauce later. Potato sauce. Plastic. All right, now we get into the fun stuff. And by fun stuff, I mean slightly harder to get things out, but we're not going to care about how things live. Oh my god, what is that? And why does it exist? I'm so angry that it does. We'll get there. Just give it some time. We'll get to what I'm angry at. I don't know. Let's just start unscrewing stuff or unplugging things. There's a lot less in here than I thought there would be. that is useful. TBH. Ribbons. Oh, it's the ink sponge. I think that's right. And it looks like if someone were to describe to me what an ink sponge was, I would say then yeah, that's probably an ink sponge. A clamp of some sort. I don't know what it's for. This is a cable runner. It's got some long springs in it. I don't know if I care about that. Does it attach or is it just glued in? No, it is held in, but we don't need a cable runner. So let's just dispose of. Boop, 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 boop. Come on. Oh, it's technically absorbent jet testing reservoir. Okay, these springs are now forfeit. Oh yeah. Oh, Corey's discovered one of the gears I launched already. Don't worry, you'll find all about it next time you edit your highlights. It's terrible and wonderful. There we go. Now we've got that out. Plastic belongs with plastic. Plastic not hurt other plastic. There we go. Good God, the amount of plastic in here. Getting very close to the idea that plastic was a mistake, to be honest. All right, let's see if we can get this sled out of here. I'm not giving them much, but I will give HP this. I am super glad that they have not given me more than 2 sizes of screw to work with. Because, ooh, this is something. I don't know what this is, but it's got a sensor in it. Do I crack it open? Oh, it's crackable. Okay, let's crack it open, chat. Travel switch? No, not a switch. It's or is it? What the heck is going on here? It appears to be some sort of an optical sensor. Was that for the tape? No. Maybe that's for the, oh, just to sense that it's actually reading the print. I don't know. What it's got written on it, if anyone cares, is... You're looking at things in the HP directory of parts. This is a CB605 60046. I don't know what that means, but it's a sensor, and so we're going to keep it. Electricals. This is just a board held in by a single screw, waiting to hear back from its mother. Where did my screw, tiny one, go? There it is. Boop, boop. Swap heads. Oh, wow. Damn it! God! Damn it, HP. I was just praising you for your lack of multiple or too many different screw head sizes, and here you go, adding a third one. I can purchase a refurbished sensor of that kind for $33.96. Well, that seems a little bit high, actually. Ah, it's discontinued. Okay, well, maybe that's... I mean, I've technically just refurbished it by pulling it out of a previously unworking printer. So I guess I win? Okay, I think we need to get this bar off next. I think the easiest way of doing that is just to run the springs off. Go. There's one. And there's two. New is $44. OEM is $52. Jeez. I mean, God, I could pay for this stream just off this one sensor that I've now lost. Okay, well, yeah. You know what? Hold on to that. What comes out next? You seem to... There we go. Just kind of walk around. Ooh, brushes. I don't know what they're for, but I like brushes. Oh, I know what they're for. That's because the Happy Face strip went through there. So that's what that was all about. Wow, HP loves their ferrite. What did they do? Just buy a ferrite mine? Oh, this is what we do now, is we make printers and ferrite beads. You can sell this part for enough to pay for the expenses for the stream, tell Beej. We absolutely should tell Beej that. Then he can do the selling. And I'm off the hook. Now that man does not need more to do, I'm pretty sure. The heck? Yank, yank. Ooh, that's a softer plastic. PP. No, I'm not taking that again. Oh, snack pack. I mean, like, I would love to. I like small ferrite beads as much as the next guy, but these are flat. These are for ribbon cables, which you don't often see that, do ya? Does one. Here's another one. I guess the thing to note is if you're in need of flat cable ferrite beads, get into printer disassembly. Ooh, here we go. So this is the print head, the print head controller portion, or most direct controller. And hey, it's got a couple of capacitors on it that are the wrong kind. But it's also got one of those encoders, optical encoders. So this plus the strip, I could probably find a use for that sometime in the future. And some nice mechanical springs. Can't go wrong with mechanics. Okay, this is now held in place via these side clips. Get that out of there. Ooh, nice. This one also comes apart nicely. Then we get a greasy rod, friends. Good rod! Who loves a good rod? I don't love a greasy rod. That's why I'm holding it like this right now. Where do I put a greasy rod? Let's put the greasy rod over here for now on top of the cardboard. And hopefully we'll remember it later. And then this comes out with... Well, it's still stuck to something. Ah, it's stuck to the the conveyor pulley. Again, you never know when you're going to need a conveyor pulley, and if you do need one, they're not going to be cheap. And then, I think this just comes out with a bit of, yeah, there we go. Okay. Give conveyor pulley, please. Oh, good, it just clips in. Kind of. Can I pop that off? Oh, wow, it's connected via rubber. Ah! Boom. Oh, if I can keep the pulley intact. Even better! Oh, friends, look at that! That's useful. And this is all just... I will strip the print head connection, though. Just again, for better recyclability. Print head, $67.93. Never tell me the price. And then we just gotta pop this off too. The printer connector assembly. Clunkety clank clink? Clank. Oh, that's just the rubber. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 McCool. Aha, here we go. Clips on the back end. Have we voided the warranty? Absolutely. Oh, okay, that's some interesting stuff right there. The metal goes over here. Hello, board of something. So I got this friend here, which is just a kind of useful just because it's got a ribbon connector, 4-pin ribbon connector, down to these 4 pins. Plus these these finger connectors here. Don't know what I'll use those for, but I have them, and they are a thing. Like I said, this is what harvesting equipment is all about. Finding out what you can get inside, and then finding use for it later. Okay, what's this? Can I take this part off? Yes, I can. Get rid of more plastic that's in my way. Come on. There we go. Almost flung that screw into the sun. Okay, and that's out of there. Ah! Well, I mean, we could just steal the Energy Star sticker and put that on something that's not Energy Star compliant. Ah, thank you, Doodles the Great. No one ever remembers. Weep, whoop, no springs. And so I'm hoping that's what you were referencing there. A part of my heritage. Sell parts, buy more printers. I mean, I suppose this is something, this could be if I wasn't already streaming for Loading Ready Run and then also streaming from home and also had a day job, this could end up being a semi-lucrative business. Huh, okay. Just some crud in there that was, I thought might have been metal, but wasn't, which is probably good. Here's an interesting part that I'm just snapping out because I don't care. And you know what? We'll unscrew that now. Oh, yeah. I'm super excited about this part. because this is handy for everyone except for the way it was connected, which was via some interesting stuff. Oh, Iris, yes, absolutely. MST3K from my No Springs history. Here we go. We got an SD card reader, which is always useful. We have a USB port, which is also extremely useful. We have controllers in here, and it's all on one board. Well, all on one board, and it has a barcode, as you can see. The best barcode. What do we got in here? What's this controller chip? Chat, help me out. We have a focus. I need a better loop. AU6355 Alcor. Alcor AU6355 is what's on top. I can give you more information if that doesn't pull it up, but that should be enough. And then we could just all... oh god, the traces are nice and easy to track. This is worthwhile. USB port and an SD card slot. Hey, here we go. $89.99. $74.57 used. Okay, here we've got the Wi-Fi card. Let's extract the Wi-Fi card. Wait, how is that attached? It's attached by a screw at the bottom, which is, oh my god, what the hell did they do? Ah, I see what they did. This is on a plastic riser. The screw that attaches the card is here, behind this plastic tab. But there's another screw back here holding the thing. It's really, really terrible. Yeah, Kane Arable, that's a really good point. That salvage is all about storage. Storage and sorting. If you can sort your stuff that people can easily find it, or you can find it for people, or you can hold it around, like pick your parts, then it's worthwhile. Is it PCI or proprietary? Well, we're going to find that out, aren't we? What do we got here? Marvell. This is an interesting little package here. Let's bring it up on whoop, goodbye. You remove the connector and add the wire? Adamant cheese, that sounds really cool. I think you're right on this, just looking at the wiring that goes into it. So let's bring it up here. Here's our little friend. Say hello to the Marvell. Lots of numbers. SP8. Yeah, I can't read that from that far away because I am now old. But yeah, writing is backwards. Writing is super backwards. Let's fix that. So we want to iOS camera transform flip horizontal. Nope. We need to flip. Oh, now we just need to rotate by 180 degrees. There we go. Ah, we got there. Okay, so there's the information at the top there. Probably don't want to give away my MAC address and all that information, but you know what? That's fine. Oh, we can zoom. Oh, yes. This is the best camera ever now. So here's the chip. And then we've got, here is the information on the machine itself. MAC address. Please do not hack me or spoof me or whatever. Little antenna connector here. But what we also have, which I find interesting, is what appear to be antennas there, there, and there. So this is a self-contained little thing itself. Cool. Might it be this? What is it? SP88 W8782 Mao. That, you know what? That seems pretty correct. Good catch. Good catch, Iris. Oh god, you got my fingerprint? You monsters. Oh, that, wow. Sure did focus on that pile of junk that I need to sort through there. And that Utena pencil board. Yeah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna look into this later, because hearing that this is just USB, that's kind of cool and fun. Ah, on the back we got more information. Lots of information. Mostly it's our just our information about FCC IDs and whatnot. That's cool. Can't wait to get that. 2.4 gigahertz V2.0. Okay. ArcLight, yes. Looking up those sorts of things, looking up any chip stuff is going to get you a lot of Russian and Shenzhen locations. And yes, Lord Zerk, it was actually Russian sites that were able to get me my information about my ThinkBook, my ThinkPad, my IBM ThinkPad, to be able to fix that and find out what resistor it was that I popped off and had to replace. Right, let's continue with the extraction of things. We can't just stop there. There's got to be more things we can find out of this. Come here. The torque on this screwdriver is not a lot, but it's not bad. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm liking the little razor wheels on this, but I think we're going to have to give this up too. Oh wait, can I just push it to the side and not cut my hand on it? Probably not. So I'm not going to try to disassemble this. We'll put it in the metal recycling, because that's mostly metal. Keep taking things apart. Huh, it's designed to go into printers. That's kind of cool. Oof. Still haven't found the... Look, if we want to find the blue smoke module, we're going to have to turn this thing on, and I specifically did not bring the power cord out for it. Come on, torque me. Twinkle Nora, torque me. God, if there's going to be another motor in here with an optical encoder. But it's also interesting, I find, to just go through disassembling a product like this that is our, part of our modern everyday life, and look at the difference between what it looks like on the outside and what went into making it on the inside. Because it's pretty ugly on the inside, but everything's in a specific place for a specific reason. A lot of ink there. I'm guessing that's where things, I'm guessing that's where it clean the heads. I'm going to flip this around because you deserve to see the goods, and I want to get close to things. I don't want to touch this area because it looks wet and unpleasant, but we're going to have to get in there because why not? We're learning things. Where's my... Ooh, there we go. All right, let's pull this out because that is attached to something. You're a big boy. You're my... Oh, ho, ho, and you are... Wait. You're just a DC motor. I can tell because these two things there. At least you're thick. What information do you have for me? C9. C9058-6007. I repeat, C9058-60071. 1060363M381IE3. It's fine. It's a nice, it's a big old motor, and that'll be good. The DC motor that's big, and we can't do anything about it. Let's get these ribbon cables out of here. The double ribbon cable. Wow. The double ribbon cable. With a single friend. Oh yeah, it's just two ribbon cables with one big ol' ferrite knob on it. Okay, we got a few more 2-wire connectors, which I'm assuming are going to be more DC motors, which I'm not fully upset about. Yeah. Well, okay then. Friends, that tells me that it's probably a good time for us to take another break here. I'm going to wash my hands, swap my fluids, stretch the legs. You should all do the same, and I am going to come back in about 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll finish up our playthrough, our teardown of this HP printer. More Tinker Tailor Solder Fry after this. Don't go away. Folks, we are back with more Tinker Tailor Solder Fry, where we are tearing it down this HP printer, 7225, I guess. I don't actually remember, and I think the bezel piece is out of reach at this point. So, let's finish removing some of the parts. Boy. Are these even recyclable? I don't think that they are, the more that I think about it. ABS. Is ABS recyclable? Something I've never internalized. Regardless, we still have some parts to take apart here. We're going to save this for last, so I can hopefully keep my fingers somewhat clean. But, yeah, back at it. Here at Krispy Kreme. Ah! Don't drop your screwdriver in. That's as they say in the business, a paddling. ABS is recyclable. Thank you, Lord Zerk. That is important to know. Perfect. Oh, certainly not in other Canadian provinces. Well, I mean, it can't go in my... It probably can't go in my recycling bin. Because that means it's... Those are for specific items only. But I can at least take it down to the electronics recyclotron and deal with it there. Let's get that hoop off. Hoop. There we go. Ooh, no. Do not damage. Do not damage that rotary encoding wheel. Oh no. C clamp or ring clamps. Need to get rid of one of those quick. Hope this will work. It didn't. Let's try it again. Yep. 1, 2, 3, pow! 1, 2, 3, pow? No, it's not. That's not going to do it. We need 2 screwdrivers to do this. Hate these things. They're a great way to have a bad time. Yay! And it didn't even go away forever. I found it. No, I used to have a removal tool, and then I didn't have it anymore. Oh, now I don't. But does this just lift up now? Okay, I see now. So, we need to get a screwdriver in there, and that's gonna pop out that bracket. No, pop out the bracket. There we go. Okay, so that's one thing that was holding that rod in. That's a piece of plastic that needs to get removed like that. There we go. And now, I think... Yes, now it can all be released. It can all be released. Lift and separate. We need to get this plastic bit out of here first. Curses! Well, let's just undo every screw we find. That always works well. Ow. Screws, torques, screws. Tiny steel brackets that make one sad. And no, I'm not trying to do a thieves, tramps and thieves. We heard it from the people of the town. Not saying that I wouldn't go for that opportunity any chance I had, which I just did. Like, I want to believe that that song is actually about her, the singer, just running an illegal gambling ring. But every night the men would come around and lay their money down for the main event here in the Roman encampment outside the city walls. It's the Tramps and Thieves! Yeah, the Cher song. Oh, wow, you learned about that one through MST3K. That's an interesting vector, Iris. It was a regularly played song for me on the oldies station where I learned to enjoy music when I'm in my youth, so. That said, there are a number of songs that that MST3K introduced me to, including, and not most notably, but notably Tusk. Love me some Tusk. My family wasn't share people either. But my mother never really listened to music, and my father liked the Travelin' Wilburys and assorted other dad rock. Man, Side Hacker is never gonna forget about that. Oh, Arclight Dynamo, I wish I did. That would assume that would imply that people listen to me. And we all know how that goes. It's generally not recommended. I don't know what the current 320 you were doing now, but... Jaded Cynic, that's just fine. I have nothing but sympathy for you because I have exactly those feelings whenever anyone talks about, wow, Evangelion, man, that's just ancient anime. You watched that when it was coming out? Jeez. Gundam? Yeah, when Gundam Wing is now considered classic anime, that's a sign that kids are too young these days. Oh, Doodles the Great, like I said, I was... Okay, yeah, maybe it was just that I liked music that was older than what my dad liked. I think that was the case. I've just had really weird things that I enjoy. And you know what? You can enjoy anything you want at any age. It doesn't matter. Just don't be creepy about it. He says, thinking about the people who play the Pretty Cure games at the children's arcades in Japan. There's nothing like seeing a man sitting on a stool that is a half-foot tall, meant for a literal, actual 6-year-old to play this video game, which is, again, also itself only 3 feet tall. It's a rock, paper, scissors game which you insert cards into to play Pretty Cure. I only ever saw middle-aged men playing that game, and it was always a weird experience for me. It wasn't, Gonna say those were the arcade denizens I didn't necessarily always interact with. I need a paper towel. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, and by the way, if I'm going to play an arcade game for children, that's a rock, paper, scissors variant, and it's a choice between Pretty Cure and the Mushi King bug fighting game, I'm going to play Pretty Cure. Because Pretty Cure kicks ass. How do I get you out? Specifically without getting ink all over my hand. I don't really care so much about not breaking that part. But I just don't want the ink on my hands. I don't want the blood of this machine to sully my human heart. Oh, hey, electronics are out. Let's play some fun games now. Got the pulley. Okay. Hidden stuff. Let's pull over and get our iPhone ready for examination of chipples. And swap. What do we got here? Well, we got a battery. A big old Panasonic CR not required to be in there? It's a 3 volts, so nothing special there. Let's see here. Peel away the mystery. Oh, we have a chip. We have a central processing unit. Now's where things get interesting, friends. What have we got here? Who wants to look up the Marvell 88PASP01BER2? And interestingly, and especially, because these are the ones that are very interesting too, usually, where are you? Oh, that's the Marvell. Ooh, you need brightness. Aha! The Texas Instruments 28ANPFWG4. I will not eat the TI chip is 49 cents new at $893 used. Great. Now I'm just wondering if it's something I could use. I mean, we've got some other interesting parts in here. These little friends are usually pretty useful, when we can find out what they are. We can't find out what that one is, sadly. No, not on screen. Maybe I'll see if I can use my power of sight. Aha! If someone wants to look up EU2 GNNT, say K235 below that. I'm betting that's some sort of an op amp. And the rest of it's just going to be, looks like it's resistors. Surface mount through hole connectors are interesting too. Gonna definitely grab this off here at some point. Maybe even today. We'll take that out. Because a coin, hello. Didn't bother looking at the bottom side there. Ooh, okay, we got the just looking at what we got here. Oh, thank you, Iris, for looking those up for me. Okay, so what's that one there? The EU2 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are you? I need to find a data package for that. The 88. Oh, the Marvell 88. Just a CPU of some sort. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the interesting stuff is going to be on the back side here. As Dark Morford mentioned, we're going to have a, this thing is probably a free 14.4 modem package. Let's disconnect that and find out what's going on. Thick screws. Yep. Good. Screws away. I mean, not sure what I need a modem for, but we now have. Yep, that's just a straight up modem. With some interesting chips on there. If we can see what's going on. Not easily. I'll have to look into those later on. But this is absolutely just a straight up modem chip, or a modem board. Copyright 2012. Boy, oh boy. Good stuff. And this, I recognize this. That looks like a flash memory chip. Or a RAM chip, rather. Or either or. Could be either or. But this is where power comes in. This is where USB comes in. The Texas Instruments chip, to be honest, is probably a USB controller. Because that kind of tracks. Which means that there's not much on here that's too interesting. We got some diodes that are big and thick. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to look at these up. Importantly, we've got all sorts of resistors on this, surface mount resistors on this end that we can harvest should we need those in the future, because they're not exactly expensive, but they are hard to come by sometimes. So that's useful there. Okay, I'm gonna throw that on the pile. I really need to do something with all the motors I've accumulated over the years. Okay, this I think just, yep. Let's pull you back here, folks. Oh, the TI might be a power supply controller. Yeah, it does appear to be in the right area for that, but there's not much space on that board to begin with. So. Ew! There's stuff going on in here. There's hoses. Hoses which lead to what? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that upside down side here. And then kind of just pull these pads away slowly. Let's see if we can get that one screw out of there without disturbing too much ink. Yeah, you know what? Doodles is great. Purchasing myself a set of cheap gloves might not be a bad idea. That said, it's been COVID times, and I've been trying to avoid purchasing anything in the way of personal protective equipment such that it can be used by those who need it. Oh. This feels like it's a pump. I like pumps. Do you know Pump It Up? I've been recently informed that you were required to pump it up. Aha! Now we can get things into a bit more of a viewable angle here. There we go. It's still connected. Just plastic. Oh no, I have discovered a graveyard of insect carcassi. You don't have to see that. I'm not gonna. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. Well, no, you're coming with me on this journey now, friends. Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, you've got the carcass zone, I believe is how that's pronounced. But what concerns me the most is this little. Let's zoom out here. This little ball of fun right here. That I'm guessing is probably a failed egg sac. Well, at least I'm hoping. Otherwise, I'm about to be covered in spider eggs. So that's no good. Oh, please don't hatch, 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 please don't hatch. Ah! This is a nightmare. Give unto me the electronic bits. Friends, we're not going to be, I'm not too interested in removing all of the pieces from this particular piece, if you don't mind me saying so. I don't hate spiders. In fact, I find them a necessary, useful, and they're good. They're good eggs. But I don't want to deal with their eggs, so I'm not going to. Okay, we'll just take this proximity or this sensor out. Then we're gonna. Yes. Oh, this is all the things there. Well, I gotta get that pump off, don't I? At the very least. Bring you guys out. Folks. Out. Box it up and send it to mail time. Oh, I like your sense of humor right there. Yeah, spiders are fine. It's just that I don't want an emergency spider hatching where I now have to deal with a lot of babies that I don't want. I took steps to avoid having to deal with human children. I don't want to have to deal with spiders' children as an option. It's not ready for fatherhood. Why do I need more children when I have all of you? Okay. So that's all that. There's a lot of gears in here. There's a lot of rollers. Can I get the rollers out without having to engage with the spider eggs? He said, questioning a lot of his choices. Yeah, if I don't see them, then I don't have to deal with them. So that's a blessing. Ah, here we go. Screws. Screws will allow me to remove things. Oof. Marxcosis with the brown recluse story. I would absolutely do the same thing and not sleep until one of you is located and dead. Like, normal spiders, I'm fine with, but spiders that can make me do a hole in my body and have that rot out is a no bueno. Thank you very much. I mean, here's the other option, is that someone could have... The spiders could have already hatched and could just be on their way to wherever they were supposed to go. Okay, how to diss this? It's almost like I need a gear puller or something. Or I thought we can just keep popping this out until the whole thing falls apart. And we can get certain rods. Like this one. Rod! Oh, okay, rod number 2 appears to have loosened its grip on reality. We just need to turn... Let me needs to come out here. This comes out, and then okay, I'm going to snap something here just for fun. I guess that's in my way. I want it out of my way. Thank you very much. We're not going to get all the gears out of this, but we'll get a good amount. Okay, now that we've got that out, we can move this that way. Rod. Rod the second. Come on, Rod the second. There we go. Rod the second. Extracted. All right, and now finally, I guess we're disassembling this too. I'll just leave it on the plastic as a plate, I guess. Metal rods are just so useful. Yep. Okay, two. Can we get the spider egg situation out of there? No, that's attached to yet another rod. Screw. Gear. That one's not going to come out easily. It's part of the full experience here. Yep, that's in there good and tight. Maybe if we unscrew this side. My hands are absolutely covered in ink now, too. Alrighty. One more screw, and I think we may have actually removed every screw that I could find in this printer, and that makes me happy for a small reason. Okay, that goes over here with the other metal bits. Metal bit. Oh, right, the carcass zone. Aha, more screws on the back end. And that's probably where our problem was with the big old main drive lever. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet. And it just comes out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is all except for that one piece of metal. Screwless? Are we screwless? We are screwless in Seattle. Okay, I don't think I can extract anything more value, and I need one rod. Just one. Can I get away with not doing one rod? I think I can get away with not doing one rod. But this rod is nice, hard. Well, it's been texturized, I guess, for pushing paper, and we've got on the end here the little rotary encoder wheel for future rotary encodes. And that comes off nicely. Oh no! That's why my hand is black, because this is a bit of ink right there. And now I'm sad. And this is just a pile of ick. Pump, probably. The pump is connected to the hoses, in a way that it makes me think that the, well, I mean, this pump is obviously also going to be clogged with ink. This is not worth salvaging this peristaltic pump. Oh well. Yeah, now I'm even more blackened and unhappy. Let's put this somewhere clean. Up there. Ooh, don't bend the encoder wheel. And oopsie. That's a broken gear. Oh well. We weren't going to do much with it anyway. Friends, I think that's a successful Tinker, Tailor, Shoulder Fry. We have no more... I have gone through all of my empire and have yet no more screws to unscrew. So that seems to me to be a good point for us to call it a day. I was all set to do a lot of desoldering, but there's not a lot to desolder here. Most of these stuff is... Wait a minute, we're not quite done yet. There is one more thing I want to have a quick look at while we're still here. Although, I'm going to hop to the commercial screen for just a second to get this this off my hand before we do it. So don't go away. More Tinker, Tailor, Solder Fry in just a couple seconds. Okay, so I was wanting to have a quick look in our touchscreen and get this cracked open to see if there's any indication of if we can actually use this easily or not. And wipe some of that terrible detritus off the screen there. It feels... I don't know. Feels plasticky, but that doesn't tell me anything as to whether or not it's capacitive or the other kind. Resistive. There we go. There we go. It's very iPhone sized, which means I'm feeling like this is a... I feel like we're dealing with a commodity display. I hope we're dealing with a commodity display. Because if we can actually use this, and maybe hook it up to a Raspberry Pi or something, I can use this as a IoT dashboard controller. Yeah, I think that's not going to happen, maybe? We've got a home button up here. So this is definitely a touchscreen assembly. What are we looking at here inside? We have one chip that I can see so far. You know what? Let me bring you in with me to the land of Dairy Queen, where I will treat you right, friends. There we go. So, we can at least read that one chip there. I don't know if that's going to be useful at all. Probably not, but let's crack this open. And go down in size 1 on the Torx screws. and be aware of the clip. Right, there we go. Let's see how this, or if this at all comes apart. And I don't, ooh, things are pretty solid in there. I think we might be encountering a bit of glue sitch. Try to see around the corner. Okay, let's see what happens if I just lift a corner with it very gently. Some glue is in. There is some glue going on, but I can't tell what. There we go. The glue is released. It's very, very carefully. Aha, good, good. Okay, and let's use a little bit of leverage here again, but not against the screen. It's only the corners. Yep, there we go. There we go. And we have a ribbon connector. Let's flick that up and then have a look inside. See it, we got glue here, glue there. These corner pieces, I guess maybe these are the capacitive buttons? Well, no, because that's... Oh my god. Oh my god. It might not even be a touch screen, y'all. I'm beginning to question. So we have here our buttons. Question X, home, and go back. I don't even think they're buttons. I think they're just photoresistors. They don't push. There's nothing under here to make clicky. How'd it do? Probably photoresistor. So this is going to be the backlight then, and this is going to be the actual display itself. So, not much I can go on from there. Yeah, touchable screen. This is, yeah, cheap and dirty. And I'm really upset by these molded in plastic clips over top, which make it really difficult to get in there and actually have a look at what the screen is. But, oh, diodes, not resistors? I think they're LEDs, actually, is what's going on here, which is why they've got the diode symbol on them. My apologies for that. But, which would also explain why they would glow. So yeah, there's not a lot going on here in terms of processing, which means everything's being handled probably by the CPU or the more likely system on a chip. Systems on a chip, which could be difficult. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's either says they've found the whole unit. Got it. Control panel, 4HP, Photo Smart. Okay, people can and might want them, but yes, I know that IODs or LEDs are just diodes. They're literally, it's in the name, light emitting diode. But okay, we got a little bit. Well, we didn't get any more information. We just opened it and we fucked around and found out. What did we find out? Not much, but we did do it. And importantly, as I said, we fucked around, which is half of what this show is about. But don't tell the world that. Why am I doing it that way? I need to do. You can't see it any better than I am because your eyes are right here. All right, let's put that back together for now. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, for tonight's show. This has been an interesting exercise, and one, like I said, that I haven't done since I was wee. And, this was a lot of fun. I don't see myself doing this sort of stream again. Well, not again. I did that one time with the hard drive parts reclaiming, and maybe we'll do something like this again in the future. But just harvesting parts is not a every week occurrence. But I figured, hey, April Fool's Day, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's screw these back in here. Put it back together. Still need to actually get a lot of those hard drive bits back from the moon base. They're still there at the moment, but who knows what I'm actually going to do with them. Wind chimes, right? Wind chimes. Oh, the Scrawl Gaming. Sadly, we have been, over the course of the last 2 hours and 48 minutes, we have been disassembling down to the last screw a HP 7529, an HP printer. It's now parts. Lots and lots of parts. And a big old pile of garbage. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw it back to the booth here. Thanks again, friends, for watching us. If you like what you see here, check out the other shows we do over at youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. That's where all of our premium content goes. Premium only in the sense that it wasn't streamed originally, and sometimes it was. There are many different types of criteria now. However, if you want to see more streams of what we do, check out youtube.com/loadingreadylive. That's where all the streams go. And of course, if you want to check out our Magic the Gathering content, because you like Magic the Gathering, check out youtube.com/LRRMTG. All of our Magic content is helpfully sequestered there for your enjoyment. If you'd like to monetarily support us, because you like what we do, go to patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. That's where you make things happen. You make the lights turn on, including this one here, that is currently very, very bright and very glary, and I wish I could have found a different position for it. But it allows us to do all the fun stuff that we do here on a regular basis and put it out. So thank you so much to our Patreon members. Thank you as well to those of you who choose to support us over at youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. If you're a member there, you can ask us questions in our monthly Askler videos. On top of that, if you don't support us monetarily, fine. That's absolutely fine. We appreciate having you here in our community and in our shows, whether you are watching on twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun, whether you're watching at youtube.com on one of our many channels, or if you're just in the chat lurking and not saying anything or even just saying words. We're happy you are here. And I personally am happy you are here. That said, there have been a number of you who have chosen to show your generosity today via donating. Well, not donating, because you get stuff from it. You gave us your subs and bits here on the channel. That channel being loadingreadyrun.com up on the YouTube. Stop, Ian. Just stop. Thank the people. Thank the people for their kindness. Those people who I'm going to thank right now are going down because the contrast changes, because this is a cheap monitor. That lady in plaid, 47 months, thank you so much for your continued support. Zimmer CJ, I always want to say Zimmer it, but that's a very different thing. 50 months, big 5-0, thank you so much. May Rosa, 32 months, saying boop, thank you for your continued support. Hunter Davis, 168, is a brand new subscriber. Thanks for joining the channel, and hope you like what you see. Arik is a brand new subscriber as well. Same goes to you. Thanks for joining up on this show. And DG Zenos is a subscriber for 71 months. That's a lot of months. Thank you. Core Flux gave us 10 bits times 10, and that's 100, and that's great. Brykar is a 20-month subscriber. They'll be a 21-month subscriber next time. Thank you so much. And third phase of Lumpy Gravy is a subscriber with 11 months under their belt. Yeet! We yeeted some gears. We yeeted some other plastic bits. And now it's time for me to go yeet off into the ether along with the Loading Ready Runs broadcast day. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. You can check us out tomorrow at loadingreadyrun.com/live, which will tell you the schedule. And I'm using that right now because tomorrow's stream starts at 10 a.m. with Play It Forward. That's going to be Paul continuing his Play It Forward of Death Stranding. Super good thing. Checkpoint Plus happens at 2 p.m. Check that out. And then the Friday Night Paper Fight, which is going to be Commander returns at 5 p.m. Pacific. And of course, join us on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific because we'll be having some fun with the Fall Boys. I'll be there. But my first Fall Boying. I refuse to call it Fall Guys. I'm calling it Fall Boys now because I said it twice already. Friends, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We will see you in a fortnight's time. Never in Fortnite. I'm going to burn down Tomato Town. And as we say every time, ever forward, never learning. Good night.